Okay, so imagine waking up to ocean views and perfect 72-degree weather every single day. But then paying $3,500 a month for a modest apartment and sitting in traffic for 2 hours each way to work every single day. Sound familiar, San Diego? Now imagine trading that for a wonderful waterfront property, a 15-minute commute, and enough money left over to actually enjoy your life. That's the reality for many of my clients who've made the cross-country move from Southern California to Hampton Roads, Virginia. But is trading fish tacos for crab cakes and palm trees for 4 distinct seasons really worth it? That's exactly what we're diving into today as we explore the 7 most important things you need to know before making this life-changing move. So friends, if you're considering relocating from San Diego, California to Virginia Beach, Norfolk, Chesapeake, or anywhere in Hampton Roads, Virginia, whether you have military orders, career opportunities, or simply seeking a more laid back and affordable coastal lifestyle, this video is going to give you the honest breakdown of what you can expect. From housing costs that might shock you in a good way to the unique culture shift that you'll experience in southeastern Virginia, I'm going to cover everything you need to make an informed decision. So the number 7 reason why moving from San Diego to Hampton Roads is worth it, the dramatic cost of living difference hands down. So let's start with what might be the biggest factor in your decision. Your money is going to go significantly further in Hampton Roads than in anywhere in California. Trust me, the median home price in San Diego County recently hit $950,000. Let that sink in. Now, meanwhile, here in Hampton Roads, our median home price hovers around $330,000. Y'all, that's nearly 1/3 of the cost. Even our most premium waterfront properties in Virginia Beach or Williamsburg typically come in well below San Diego's median price. Now, I recently worked with a family who was considering relocating from Carlsbad with their 2 children. My client sold their 1,800 square foot home in California for $1.2 million. And when they relocated, they were able to purchase a 3,500 square foot waterfront property for $750,000. They literally doubled their space, added a boat dock, and put money in the bank, okay? Beyond housing, everyday expenses are going to tell the same story. Gas typically runs 15 to 20% less expensive in Virginia. Groceries average about 12% lower. Utilities cost approximately 10% less. And don't get me started on the water bills, okay? But here's something people don't talk about enough, and that's the tax situation. Virginia's state income tax rate maxes out at about 5.75 to 6%, while California can scale up to over 13%. That difference alone can mean thousands of dollars staying in your pocket every single year. So let me ask you a question. Have you been feeling the financial pressure in San Diego? Drop a comment below about what specific cost of living factor is giving you the and pushing you to consider a move to Hampton Roads. Now, I want to be completely transparent because salaries in Hampton Roads do typically run about 10 to 15% lower than in San Diego, particularly in the tech sector. However, the dramatically lower cost of living more than makes up for this difference for most families. So if you're considering this move and you want to understand exactly how your specific financial situation would change if you go from California to the 757, all you have to do is text me, 757-837-0096. I've helped tons of people relocate into Hampton Roads, and I'd be happy to run the numbers, and let's talk about what's good for your specific circumstances. So have you been thinking about relocating to Hampton Roads, Virginia? I've got just the thing for you. My team and I have actually taken the time to create the ultimate relocation guide, which is meant to save you hours of research, and I've linked it down below. From top employers, the best hospitals, and a boatload of other things that you need to know before making the move to Hampton Roads. And the best part, guys, it is 100% free. That's right, you heard me, it's 100% free. So just click on the link in the description or the top pinned comment. I hope it helps. God bless you. Okay, the number 6 reason why moving from San Diego to Hampton Roads is going to be worth it is what your housing dollar buys. Beyond just the price difference, let's talk about what your money actually buys in each market, okay? So let's do a comparison. In San Diego, especially near the coast, you're likely living in a condo or an older, smaller, single-family home that may need updates. Many homes were built in the 50s and 60s. They still command premium prices simply due to the location. But here in Hampton Roads, your housing dollar is going to stretch dramatically. Let me give you some concrete examples so that you can kind of wrap your mind around this. So for $500,000 in San Diego, you might find a 2-bedroom, 1-bath condo with 950 square feet built in the 70s with a small patio located about 20 minutes from the beach. For that same $500,000 in Hampton Roads in Virginia Beach, you can find a 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath, newer construction, usually 2010 or later, single-family home with about 2,400 square feet, a 2-car garage, a fenced-in yard, 10 minutes from the ocean front. Now in Chesapeake, a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home on a half-acre lot with 2,800 square feet and water access. In Suffolk, you might get a 5-bedroom, 4-bath home with 3,500 square feet on several acres for that same price. Now, last month, I worked with a Navy officer who was considering transferring from Coronado Naval Base to Naval Station Norfolk. In San Diego, my military client and his family were renting a 3-bedroom townhouse for $4,200 monthly. Now here, they realized they can purchase a 4-bedroom colonial in the heart of Ghent, which is a historic Norfolk neighborhood, for $425. Their mortgage payment would be around $2,400, saving them $1,800 every single month. Now, another significant difference is property age and style. Hampton Roads offers incredible diversity, from historic homes dating to the 1700s in parts of Norfolk and Portsmouth, to mid-century ranches in Virginia Beach, to brand new construction throughout the region. Now, whatever your architectural preferences are, we likely have neighborhoods that cater to it. But there's another housing factor that surprises many California transplants: the space between homes. Even in our more densely populated areas, you're typically going to have more breathing room between you and your neighbor's house than in San Diego's tightly packed communities. So I'm curious, what type of home are you living in now if you live in San Diego? And what's your dream setup in Hampton Roads? Let me know in the comments so we can do a comparison for you. So the number 5 reason why moving from San Diego to Hampton Roads is worth it is trading the perfect weather for 4 distinct seasons. Okay, stick with me here. Let's address the elephant in the room. You're gonna be giving up San Diego's nearly perfect climate with an average of 266 sunny days and temperatures rarely straying far from the 70s. San Diego's weather, yeah, I gotta admit, it's tough to beat. Hampton Roads, on the other hand, gives you the full 4-season experience, which brings both challenges and opportunities. So let's talk about it. Now, summers are genuinely hot and humid, with July and August temperatures typically in the high 80s to the low 90s, with humidity that can make it feel even warmer. Y'all listen, the humidity here is nothing to play with, okay? Fall is absolutely spectacular with comfortable temperatures and gorgeous foliage from late September through November. Our winters honestly are relatively mild compared to where I came from in Philly, with an average lows in the 30s and only occasional snowfall. Like, we get about 2 snows a year, and this past year we had a bad one, but I digress. Spring brings stunning blooms throughout the region, particularly in April and May. If you guys could see these azaleas and crepe myrtles right now, you would absolutely fall in love. Many of my California clients initially worry about the humidity and the winter, but a lot of them just simply adapt quickly. Now, what surprises many San Diego transplants is how the seasonal changes affect the lifestyle here. In the summer, the beaches, the rivers, and bay become the center of social activities. Fall brings harvest festivals, pumpkin patches, stunning drives through the changing leaves. Winter has its own charm with holiday events at Colonial Williamsburg and cozy waterfront restaurants, and of course the tacky light tours. And spring is simply amazing, with gardens, parks, historic sites coming alive with colors. Guys, if you could see it right now, oh my God. The water lifestyle here is different too. While San Diego has magnificent Pacific beaches, Hampton Roads offers incredible variety. We've got the Chesapeake Bay, Atlantic Ocean beaches, countless rivers, inlets, and harbors. Boating culture is huge here, and with more affordable waterfront properties, many more people own boats than they do in Southern California. The number 4 reason why moving from San Diego to Hampton Hampton Roads that is worth it is cultural differences. Here you're going to have Southern hospitality meets military precision. Beyond the physical environment, there's a definite cultural shift when moving from Southern California to Southeastern Virginia. Hampton Roads embodies a unique blend of Southern hospitality with military precision and global influence. With all 5 branches of the armed forces represented and the world's largest naval base in Hampton Roads, military culture significantly shapes our region. You'll notice certain differences almost immediately. People are more likely to strike up conversations with strangers. Neighbors tend to be more involved in each other's lives. There's a slower, more relaxed pace to everyday interactions. Faith communities place a more central role in social life. Military affiliation is a source of pride and common ground. The Hampton Roads region has its own distinct identity, different from both Southern California and the Deep South. It's much more diverse than many expect, with international communities centered around military installations, universities, and the port. I remember working with a young professional couple who were thinking of relocating here last year. The husband told me that the first time a cashier at the grocery store called him hun and asked about his day, he thought she was flirting. Then he realized that everybody talks that way here. It took some adjustment, but he now loves the friendliness. Here's T. If you're coming from the fast-paced environment of Southern California, the adjustment to Virginia's more measured rhythm might take some time, but many transplants find this shift refreshing and conducive to a healthier work-life balance. Now, as someone who believes that God places us where we're meant to be, I've seen countless families find their true home here after relocating. The community spirit and connection runs deep here in Hampton Roads. So if you're feeling called to make this move and you want to understand more about specific neighborhoods that might match your lifestyle, just reach out to me. I'd love to be a resource for you during this significant life transition. Listen, you can call or text me anytime. The number 3 reason why moving from San Diego, California to Hampton Roads, Virginia is worth it is the job market insights beyond the military. While many people move to Hampton Roads due to military transfer, the job market here is far more diverse than outsiders realize. Yes, defense and military related employment is substantial, with major employers including Naval Station Norfolk, Joint Base Langley Eustis, and numerous defense contractors like Huntington Ingalls Industry, which employs over 25,000 people at the Newport News shipyard. But beyond defense, Hampton Roads offers growing opportunities in healthcare like Centara, Riverside Health System, Bon Secours. They offer a lot of education, multiple universities including William and Mary, Old Dominion, Norfolk State Public Schools, technology with a growing tech corridor in Virginia Beach, maritime logistics and shipping thanks to the Port of Virginia, and of course, tourism is a $5 billion industry in the region. The unemployment rate in Hampton Roads typically runs slightly lower below the national average, and the diversity of industries provides stability even during economic turndowns. Remote work has also changed the game for many California transplants. I've worked with numerous clients who kept their San Diego jobs while relocating to Hampton Roads, effectively earning California salaries while enjoying Virginia's cost of living. So take one of my tech professional clients who worked for a company in San Diego. When the pandemic hit, his company went fully remote. My client moved to Williamsburg, purchased a historic home for less than half of what a comparable property would cost in California, and now works from a home office overlooking the James River. For military spouses, the concentration of bases mean employment opportunities often continue even with transfers between local installations. Organizations like the Hampton Roads Military and Federal Facilities Alliance actively work to create employment pathways for military families. If you're considering this move and you don't already have a job lined up, I recommend connecting with the Hampton Roads Chamber of Commerce or the economic development offices of specific cities that you're targeting. Each city in our region has different economic strengths, and knowing these can help guide your housing search to align with your career goals. So the number 2 reason why moving from San Diego to Hampton Roads, Virginia is going to be worth it is the schools, activities, and family-friendly living. Now, for families with children, education is naturally a top concern when relocating. Hampton Roads offers a diverse range of educational options across all 7 cities. Now, public schools vary significantly by neighborhood, with standouts including York County and Poquoson schools, which are consistently ranked among Virginia's best. Now, Virginia Beach City City Public Schools, the largest division with many specialized academies, and of course, Chesapeake Public Schools, known for strong neighborhood schools. Now, I always recommend that my clients with school-age children, they research specific school zones rather than just cities when house hunting. Now, I'm happy to provide detailed information about school performance and specialties for any neighborhood that you're considering. Now, many San Diego families are pleasantly surprised by the availability and affordability of private education here. With tuition often half what you'd pay in Southern California, private and parochial schools become accessible options for many more families. Beyond traditional education, the family-friendly nature of Hampton Roads shines through in countless ways. Extensive parks and recreation programs in every city, affordable youth sports leagues and activities, rich historical resources for hands-on learning, which Jamestown, Yorktown, Colonial Williamsburg, marine science programs through the Virginia Aquarium, and marine science centers, access to diverse environments from beaches to forests for outdoor education. Now, for military families with special needs children, the Exceptional Family Member Program has robust resources throughout Hampton Roads, something that brings many families to our region specifically. So if you have school-age children, what educational priorities matter most to your family? Drop a comment below and I'm happy to provide specific information about schools in the areas that you're considering. Now, as someone who believes in the importance of community and raising children, I've seen the difference that Hampton Roads' family-centered approach makes. Churches, community centers, and neighborhood associations create a support network that many transplants find invaluable, especially when family members might be thousands of miles away. Hey guys, as much as I love making these videos, there's one thing I love more, and that's helping families and people from all over the United States and the world make the move here to Hampton Roads, Virginia. I've helped countless families make the move here. So whether you're coming out next week, next month, or even next year, don't hesitate to reach out. Our contact information is right here on the screen, and it'll be linked in the description in case you missed the on-screen pop-up. I look forward to helping you and your family make the move to Hampton Roads, Virginia. God bless you. Okay, so the number one reason why moving from San Diego to Hampton Roads is worth it, guys, because it simply is. So for the number one reason, I'm actually going to take a moment to answer all of the important questions that people have asked me. I've helped dozens of families make this cross-country move, and certain questions come up consistently. Let me address one of the most common ones. How bad are the hurricanes in Hampton Roads? While we do occasionally face hurricanes, our geography provides significant protection. The Chesapeake Bay and Outer Banks of North Carolina often shield us from direct hits. Most hurricane seasons pass with minimal impact beyond some heavy rain and wind. We typically have ample warning time to prepare, and newer homes are built to strict hurricane codes. That said, flood insurance is important in certain neighborhoods, and I always help clients understand flood zones when we're house hunting. Another question I get is, will I miss the mountains and deserts of Southern California? Many clients do initially miss California's diverse landscapes. However, Virginia offers different but equally impressive natural beauty. The Blue Ridge Mountains are just a 3-hour drive west, offering hiking, skiing, and stunning scenery. Colonial Parkway and the Eastern Shore provide beautiful coastal drives, and Washington, D.C., with all its cultural offerings, is only about 3 hours north. Another question is, how will they adapt to the humidity? This is probably the biggest environmental adjustment. The summer humidity does take some time getting used to, but modern homes have efficient air conditioning, and coastal areas benefit from ocean breezes. Many transplants tell me they adapted within their first year. The trade-off is mild winters with minimal snow compared to northern states. Now, I always get this question, is there good Mexican food? I have to be honest, it won't compare to San Diego's Mexican cuisine. However, our international military community means we have surprisingly diverse food options. We excel at seafood, southern cuisine, and have growing food scenes in Norfolk, Virginia Beach, and Williamsburg. And yes, there are decent taco spots in the 757. Now, another question I often ask is, how diverse is Hampton Roads? The region is quite diverse, thanks largely to the military presence. Norfolk and Virginia Beach particularly have significant international communities. The region's demographics include approximately 60% white, 30% black, 7% Hispanic, and 4% Asian residents, with these percentages varying significantly by city and neighborhood. Now, I also get the question, how will the political climate compare to California? Hampton Roads tends to be more politically moderate than either rural Virginia or the northern DC area. Military communities often blend conservative and progressive viewpoints. While Virginia has trended blue in recent presidential elections, local politics vary significantly by city and district. One thing I can promise you is the pace of life here allows for deeper community involvement and connection. Many of my California clients remark on how much more engaged they've become in their neighborhoods since moving here. Now, as someone who believes that home is where God plants you to thrive, I've seen countless families find their place in Hampton Roads after relocating from other areas, especially California. The combination of affordability, opportunity, and community creates a foundation for a truly fulfilling life. Now, if you want to learn more about how home ownership is more than real estate, it's about creating generational wealth. It's about being a good steward. And most importantly, it's about God's promises. Make sure you check out my new book, Home Ownership God's Way. You can grab it on Amazon or just reach out to me directly. I'll get you a signed copy. So, is moving from San Diego to Hampton Roads worth it? For the vast majority of my clients who've made this journey, the answer has been a resounding yes. You'll trade perfect weather for 4 beautiful seasons. You'll exchange outrageously expensive housing for affordable options that might even include waterfront access. You'll swap endless traffic for shorter commutes and a more manageable pace of life. You'll find different but equally rewarding career opportunities, especially if you can bring your California job with you. And most importantly, you'll discover a community that welcomes newcomers and quickly makes them feel at home. If you're feeling the call to make this cross-country move, I'd be honored to help guide you through the process. My team and I specialize in helping California transplants find their perfect Hampton Roads home. We understand the unique challenges of long-distance relocations and have systems in place to make your transition as smooth as possible. So whether you're facing a military PCS, pursuing other career opportunities, or simply seeking a more affordable coastal lifestyle, text me or call me. I'd love to learn about your specific situation and help you determine if Hampton Roads is the right fit for your next chapter. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more insights about Hampton Roads real estate and lifestyle. If you found this information helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone you know who may be curious about relocating to Hampton Roads. Clearly, I love it here, and I look forward to welcoming you to the 757. Thank you so much for watching today's video. God bless you, and I'll see you next time.